Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And if you didn't even start yet, y'all are the realest ones, and I appreciate you anyway. So listen, trying to figure out where I'm gonna put this. Let me make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Shout out to Kevin Wesley, the Truth Factory. I'll make sure to put the link to this video in the description. All that good stuff, and also to make sure to tag him in the channel. I cannot hit like because I'm not signed in because my laptop, for whatever reason, has been malfunctioning. So as a result, I had to, go ahead and grab another, another loaner, I guess, a loaner laptop. Shout out to the homie for sliding me this. But we gonna get into it, man. We really gonna get into it. I have so much to say, but let's get straight to it.
Obviously, guys, Jay's saying that they have a negative, they're viewing him in a negative light when it comes to dating. When I saw Jay, I saw someone who was making some excellent points, who knew what he wanted, and he's actually now like a Giga Chad in the manosphere world, in the red pill community. The brother's being mentioned everywhere for the way he handled that conversation. Now I'm going to ask Alicia as well, because during this conversation, Alicia.
Thank you.
We'll get that right. Okay, so Alicia, you didn't seem to really disagree with what he was saying. Now you had definitely a different opinion before he gave you his mind, right? But you seemed very receptive to it. Can you explain to me kind of what you were thinking and how you saw him in that video? Because he's saying they took him in a negative light. What do you think?
Well, yes, I think once we had the conversation, I could see my role in the conflict.
Okay. Okay.
Let's back up a little bit. To be fair, I mean, I was always raised that the man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me. That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
Absolutely.
Whatever I want, you buy me. That's courting. I'm looking for a provider.
That's not what courting is, ma'am. And him saying absolutely what? Mr. Wesley, what are you talking about? Absolutely what? What do you mean absolutely? That's not what courting is. And fellas, listen, and I'm glad she said it. She said it correctly. Oh, I'm looking for a provider. That's exactly what she's looking for. That's exactly what she's looking for. I say this all the time, y'all boys, do not be a beta male simp provider. Fellas, do not be a beta male simp provider. She keeps talking about she's being, I get courted. No, ma'am, you don't get courted. You get busted on. You get slept with and dumped. If you were not doing any of those things, your ass would have been successfully married, if not in a relationship by now. But what are you doing? You out here going to clubs, hooking up with random dudes, but you get courted. Let's keep going.
So, but after the conversation, I could see how.
And let me say something real quick, y'all. 70% of our communications comes from what? Body language. What is his body language telling y'all right now? What is his body language telling y'all right now? His body language, he's slouched over, right? He's fidgeting with his hands. He's barely like making eye contact with her. He's like looking at her from the side. He's not sitting up there like, you know what I'm saying? Having a one-on-one or whatever the case may be, right? He's little, like he is little. Yeah, I just peeped that. He is little as hell. She's either big or he's small. They're both small as hell because she looks bigger than both of them. She looks way bigger than both of them. They either 5'2", like on some Tory Lanez or Lil Wayne size, or or maybe she's just 5'10", or 5'8", or maybe I don't know, maybe she's 6 feet. I have no idea. Because assuming they're 5'8" and up, she looks to be extremely, Anyway, let me keep going.
There was a lot of eye.
Okay.
In that exchange,
Absolutely.
I was definitely very self-centered, and I can appreciate if I do want someone to provide for me, I at least gotta be a little bit nice.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now I ask you this, based on your idea of dating before your conversation with Jay, how did you grow up? Who also thinks that way? I'm sure you have friends who think that way. I've heard it a lot.
I mean,
Okay, so-
everybody. I mean, that's what he's supposed to be, the provider.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and
So why haven't you found a man to provide for you yet? You about 35, 40. Why haven't you found a husband yet?
I'm a beautiful woman, so I'm expecting to be treated like royalty. I mean, come on. So that's
But the
what I was
kicker
taught.
is, how do we treat him? And that's
Right,
where the disconnect was.
Right.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that, you know, you're not going in there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
Now, so when
And to be honest, I personally don't care for Cheesecake Factory. I said this in my other video. I don't really like Cheesecake Factory. I do like their sweets. Their cheesecake is fire, but their food, you know, in all honesty, it is a bit mediocre. I do like their breakfast bread or whatever it's called, that brown bread, whatever. I can't remember the name of it. That's pretty fire. But other than that, I've had several things on the menu, and it was lackluster, honestly. Let me say something. She's supposed to be treated like royalty. She supposed to be treated like royalty. So what does that mean? And he asked a great question, but what does that mean for him? You have to treat him like trash? Like sugar honey iced tea? Is that what that means? And fellas, I say this all the time, fellas, you cannot be a beta male self provider. I was so happy and proud for this young man for standing up and being firm and being assertive in what his demands is and how he chooses to live his life and date. Congratulations to him. With that being said, what does that have to do with him? She's constantly talking about, oh, I, me. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. But what about him? He has to be on this date with you too. But they don't think about it like that. They think of it as, oh, you're just supposed to impress me. No, you're supposed to impress me too. You're supposed to get to know me. No, you're supposed to get to know me too. You're supposed to treat me like royalty. Okay, you're supposed to treat me like royalty too. Let's keep going.
I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory. Your peer group. So peer pressure probably keeps you from.
Never live that. Oh my God! I would have never lived that down.
Wow, date the Cheesecake Factory. They wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect.
Wow.
She got an image to protect. Meanwhile, her goddamn sideburns is gone. She ain't got no edges, but she got an image to uphold. Meanwhile, she wearing big ass hoop earrings and her ass is 40, but she got an image to uphold. She got purple damn lipstick, but she got an image to uphold. Her box braids need touch-ups, but she got an image to uphold. She wearing another Shein outfit, 20 damn bucks, but she has an image to uphold. Fellas, listen to the nonsense that comes out of their mouth. You have an image to uphold. What image are you giving us? Because I can tell you what I'm seeing already.
Does not do that. I mean, that was, you know, that was my circle though. That's how,
Sure.
I mean, that's how we roll.
Sure.
I mean, to be quite blunt, that's how we roll. Hypergamy is a big thing in my circle.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it's what we've been taught. Why? I mean, as
I tell y'all all the time, hypergamy will always be a thing with women. What did she just say? What did she just say about hypergamy? I say this all the damn time. Y'all want to listen to me.
a Black woman, I'm gonna go there. I mean, as a Black woman, we're really tired of having to settle.
Helen Hadsell was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen.
Fellas, I said this before. Now that we have built this establishment for them to freely walk around in, and all of a sudden they're throwing around terminology such as settling, such as dating down. But we've been doing this for centuries. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. But let's keep going.
We want to be treated well.
Mm-hmm.
We want that soft life. So that's what I thought I was going after. However, what I understand is a part of having a soft life is being cooperative,
Being soft.
not being combative,
You're
right?
Actually being soft.
Right.
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 Being receptive, being
Right.
sweet,
Absolutely.
being pleasant, right? Because we do understand the value of resources, but it can't be just something for a lifestyle. Resources, a man's resources is not just for a woman's experiences and traveling and the lifestyle they'll live when married. Is for providing for the family and the children. And that's why she should seek a man and, you know, respect his resources or prioritize his resources, not just for what it can do for her.
Right.
Right. And so when you were in the beginning of it, you was just saying, I'm not doing it. It seemed really selfish. Right. And I appreciated that when I saw the video myself. That's one of the things I covered is, wow, I've never seen a woman that receptive to being accountable. Right. And you were. But Jay, however, didn't want to go out on a date. He wanted to discontinue that date and he wanted to take it on to the house. Jay, is that your first time stopping a date midway through and going on back home, or?
Yeah, something like that's, I'm sorry, at least, yeah, that's the first time I've really like put my foot down.
He still likes her. That's what I'm getting from this. He still likes her. I think he still wants to have a shot or a chance with her, which is unfortunate because I say this all the time, y'all boys. Once you make your decision, you put your foot down and you stand firm. Once you dropped her ass home, that should have been the last of it. Blocked, end of discussion. I wish you the best. You can sit here and say sorry and all this other crap all she wants. But if you take her back, same thing with Keke Palmer and whatever the other dude name she was dating. Once you take her back, she understands that, hey, listen, I can do ABC 1, 2, 3, and all I gotta do is apologize, and he's gonna run his ass right back. No, that's not how this works. He clearly is still has some type of infatuation with her. It's obvious. It is so clear. The way he looks at her, the way he's just like this, you know, maybe this is just him because obviously I know him from a can of paint, but maybe this is just him and the way that he is with everyone, but this is what I'm gathering from his body language so far.
Down to that kind of extent, but it's not like an isolated incident. Okay. You know, like I've gone on dates with several people now, even before her, where they had very specific things they were looking for in a boyfriend or whatever, and even within my own circles, right? And that's just not something that I'm looking for, because I was raised like we were talking about how she was raised, whereas with me, like my family, like we've passed down the name for ages, and we're a very close-knit, strong family.
You passed down your first nname, Jay? Like
yes.
Your father's and father.
Yeah,
How many generations, probably?
I mean, I couldn't really count it myself.
Wow.
Because I mean, the thing is, like, I'm from India.
Okay.
You know, and the partition happened where like India was separated from Pakistan, and a lot of my family were on both sides of that, and we had to come back together.
Wow.
And we had to. It was very important for us to stay strong after the fact. At the time, maybe we didn't care as much about creating this legacy, but ever since, it's like that's been one of the strongest parts of our family, is the importance in creating our legacy. And with that in mind, like, I've grown up with the idea that I want a strong family here now that I'm living in America. The only kind of relationships I seek are ones where that is the only value. That is the biggest value. That is the most important thing for the other person as well as for me.
Wow. That's actually powerful. So your family going through all that they did, it caused you guys to really idealize relationships, right? And
specifically relationships that last.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so here you are in America dating, and mostly in our culture where you stated earlier.
And again, you know, and I'm gonna stop it right there because, you know, if you guys want to continue watching, of course, the link is in the description up top. I'm gonna tag him also too, so y'all can go back and watch it. But just to piggyback off what he said, it's a completely different tradition. It's a completely different mindset over in though that side of the world. those countries, just like he said, yo, like we date with intentions. We're dating to get to know each other. We're dating for a long-term marriage relationship. She over here dating for a goddamn $500 dinner date. And wonder why she's still single. I will end it by saying this. I'm kind of disappointed in him because I saw a lot of snippets of the video, and in one snippet, he was saying that he was interested in trying to date her again, and I was just disappointed. Very, very disappointed. It is what it is. Whatever. Again, if y'all want to go back and watch that video, y'all can. I'll put all that links in the description, and then tag their, Mr. Kevin Wesley, channel also too. So shout out to them. Thank you again, sir. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Please, 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 if you haven't hit that subscribe button, man, also too, hit that bell symbol beside saying time to upload notification will pop up and alert you. Also too, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share. I look forward to reading all your comments, if any. So until next time, please, man, we stay for her,